thanks everybody for coming. This is one of the first events that I've run at the Working Class Movement Library. So I started as manager here just 3 and a bit weeks ago. So it's all very new to me and it's really exciting to see people in the building as well. So thank you very much for coming. We've got Johnny Campbell, singer-songwriter, performing today, and all of his work links to working class struggle and land access. And it's a theme that we're exploring most of the year. It's the 90th anniversary of the mass trespass on Kinder Scout in April. So we'll be doing quite a lot of events this year to commemorate that as well.
We just had 125. 125 with Winter Hill, haven't we?
There you go. Yeah, so a lot of the songs today link to the Winter Hill trespass as well, don't they? So thank you very much for coming. I won't say too much more. Johnny's got some material for sale in the Now-Go room, so we've also got some refreshments. So after the performance, please feel free to grab a biscuit and a cup of tea as well.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. A small, compact, but perfectly formed audience, and hello to everyone who's watching, who will be watching on the kind of like follow-up as well. And as Belinda said, I'm Johnny Campbell from Huddersfield, and to kind of like follow on quite neatly from that introduction from Belinda, this is a song called A Right to Roam, and the Right to Roam is a piece of I suppose legislation that's been put into law in places like Sweden, Norway, Finland and Scotland, meaning that you are able to access countryside and you are able to explore it, you're able to walk, you're able to run, you're able to swim, and you're able to cycle. And in England, only 8% of land is available, which is a partial right to roam, and on this partial right to roam you are able to access it, but you may not be able to cycle on certain parts or able to swim in certain parts, things like that. But in Scotland they've got pretty much a 100% right to roam. And this is a song called A Right to Roam, and it's kind of about that. It's about people who have fought for and continue to fight for the right to roam. In 1649 to St. George's Hill they come. The diggers came to show the people's will. The landlords they despise, the clergy they defy, to reclaim rightly what was ours. Through courage, through might, embodied the people's plight, their homes and crops raised to the roots below. Their struggle is not in vain, we'll sing of them again in this quest for a right to roam. Rising plumes of acrid smoke bellowed out those woods you'd chalk, a plan to liberate the working folk. When Rothman heard the call to the moorland for a stroll, free the heather from the bondage of a few. For just one day a week, on a Sunday for a seek, bid adieu to the clag for moorland air. Their struggle is not in vain, we'll sing of them again in his quest for a right to roam. Over pike, fell, clough and moor, mongst the bracken I adore, I think of those who have gone before. Wordsworth and Macaulay, Coleridge, Clare and many more, though these lines permit to name a few. So I'll roam where I will, over mountain and hill, lie where the sun-kissed rock entices me. Their struggle is not in vain, we'll sing of them again in his quest for a right to roam. So I'll roam where I will, over mountain and hill, lie where the sun-kissed rock entices me. For now 2 days a week, maybe more now we shall seek in his quest for a right to roam. For now 2 days a week, maybe more now we shall seek in his quest for a right to roam. Thank you very much. And that's a song that I'm releasing as a single next month, coinciding with the 90th anniversary of the Kindermass Trespass. And I know the Working Class Movement Library will be doing numerous events coinciding with it as well. And on the 23rd of April, Saturday the 23rd of April, I'll be doing a event in Huddersfield to release that single as well with the Commoners Choir. So if you've not heard of Commoners Choir, do check them out as well. But yeah, thank you very much. The next song is a song that I wrote quite a long time ago. Before the pandemic, I used to do a lot of touring across Europe and the United States. And back in mid-2005, I was touring across the Balkans and Eastern Europe. And this was at the height of the refugee crisis across the Middle East. And going across these places like Bulgaria, Serbia and Turkey, seeing people with their lives in suitcases, basically fleeing the country. And it made me kind of realise that there's a lot of folk songs in this country that romanticise the idea of living life without a home, and you know, kind of like the roving tinker kind of image, things like that. So I tried to write a song kind of commenting on that, and so it's a bit of an anti-folk song, I suppose. It's not romanticising that kind of life at all. So this one's called Complaint. Come gather round, you roving lads, take heed of my complaint. For trudging on the open road may blight your heart's content. In bothies, barns, or anywhere until the day lay by. Let sorrow be your faithful friend, where the company will prove kind. As sunrise shone down screaming skies, disclosing many's a scene, I spied upon a youthful pair conversing on a green. Take heed of my complaint, my love, with all your heart and will. This grievance I will tell to thee, this grievance I will tell. Cursed be those cold, dark winter nights that came so swift around. Cursed be the tree that sheltered me as I wept there on the ground. Cursed be those dour, damp, dreary nights that are now at an end. Springtime I will soon embrace, I remind myself again. Come gather round, you roving lads, take heed of my complaint. For trudging on the open road may blight your heart's content. In bothies, barns, or anywhere until the day lay by. Let sorrow be your faithful friend, where the company will prove kind. Thank you very much. Now it's a Wednesday afternoon, and I'm going to try and get all the slow, depressing ones out of the way first, so we can have a bit of a party later on. But this next song is, I suppose, a recent one of mine, and I suppose a bit of like an opposite song of what I've just done. And yes, there are quite a lot of songs that romanticise rambling, roving, and the opportunity to be able to do that for I suppose for musicians and people who work abroad and things like that has been kind of curtailed over the last couple of years. And this is a song when I kind of left high school a long time ago. My careers advisor said, "You've got a couple of choices. It's kind of like join the army or work in a factory." And I chose to be a musician. So this is what kind of inspired writing this song. It's called "A Roving I Will Go." I've done me time in Huddersfield, in Halifax as well. The life that was meant for me I'd rather serve in hell. A roving I will go, roving I will go. Collier's hands these'll never be, and a farmer's neither shall. For those days are past and gone, and sold out from the land. A roving I will go, roving I will go. Let us sing those songs of loss and the stories of old times. The words will ride the gentle breeze forever in your mind. Roving I will go, roving I will go. Let the fiddle take the air and sing with heart's delight. With a north wind firmly at your back and the stars for candlelight. Roving I will go, roving I will go. I'll head off to some foreign land, some far off distant shore. I won't return till I've made me name or be dead forevermore. A roving I will go, a roving I will go. So cast the shackles from the mind, join your hand with mine, with a north wind firmly at your back, for your tea will make in time. Roving we will go, roving we will go, roving we will go, roving we will go. Roving we will go, roving we will go. Roving we will go, roving we will go. Thank you very much. Now I've done three of my own songs there, and it seems appropriate to try and do I'll be doing a couple of traditional songs, and this is one of them. And this is a song inspired by a poem called the Thieves' Litany. And the Thieves' Litany had a line in it, which was from hell and Hull and Halifax, good Lord deliver me. And a lecturer at Leeds University in 1900, William Morman, I think, William F. Morman, I might be wrong, but kind of put this into song. And the line from Hull and Halifax and hell is something that's been, it's kind of gone from history really, but it's a well documented kind of refrain, kind of like an exclamation, I suppose. And the reason why it kind of came about as a kind of like a lyric or a phrase or something like that, in Halifax, West Yorkshire, there was something called the Halifax gibbet. And the Halifax gibbet was a piece of machinery where if you stole an expensive piece of cloth or material from a factory, they would put your head through the machine that made it, which was the Halifax gibbet. And in Hull, they had a very infamous kind of prison there. So it's a very happy song, is this? But this song is called The Dalesman's Litany, and it's a song about migration through lack of decent work, lack of well-paid work, which is still very relevant today. And if you're a fan of Northern English, or especially West, South and North Yorkshire geography in songs, this is the song for you. It's hard when folks can't get their work where they've been bred and born. When I was young, I used to think I'd bide monks' root and corn. But I've been forced to flee this town, so here's my litany. From Hull and Halifax and hell, good Lord, deliver me. When I was courting Mary, an old squire says one day, we've got no room for wedded folk, choose wed will you or stay. I could not leave the girl I loved, so town we had to flee. From Hull and Halifax and hell, good Lord, deliver me. I've worked in Leeds and Huddersfield, where I've addled honest brass. From Barnsley, Keighley, Rotherham, kept me bairns and me lass. I've travelled all three ridings round, and once I went to sea. From Hull and Halifax and hell, good Lord deliver me. I've been through Sheffield lanes at night, it was just like being in hell. The furnace thrust out tongues of fire that roared like the wind on fell. I've sand up coal in Barnsley pit, got muck up to my knee. From Hull and Halifax and hell, good Lord deliver me. I've seen grey fog creep o'er Leeds Brig as thick as Bastille soup. I've been where folks have stowed away like rabbits in a coop. I've seen snow float down Bradford Beck as black as ebony. From Hull and Halifax and hell, good Lord deliver me. But now me children have all flown to the country I'll go back. There's 40 miles of Ethery Moor twixt myself the coal pit slack. It's soft at night, I sit round the fire and I think on the misery. From Hull and Halifax and hell, good Lord deliver me. It's hard when folks can't get their work where they've been bred and born. When I was young, I used to think I'd bide amongst the root and corn. But I've been forced to flee this town, so here's my litany. From Hull and Halifax and hell, good Lord deliver me. From Hull and Halifax and hell, good Lord deliver me. From Hull and Halifax and hell, good Lord deliver me. Thank you very much. Now, keeping on a bit of a theme, like the first couple of songs of Trespass. Last year I released a song called Winter Hill Trespass about the Winter Hill Trespass, and 126 years ago now, on September the 6th, I think, 1896, 10,000 people occupied the moorland of Winter Hill in Bolton and defied gamekeepers, local landowners, to liberate an ancient footpath that had been used for centuries for trade or leisure. And 10,000 people went up onto the moor, and the local hostelries after the trespass were apparently full to the brim and ran out of beer. So it's an absolutely fantastic story, and it's one of those things that kind of faded away from history, and I suppose with the Kinder Trespass that became far more popularised, but the Winter Hill Trespass is now regarded as the largest mass trespass in the whole of Britain, with 10,000 people. And on the day, 125 years after last year, we managed to trespass on that same moor with 1,000 people. So you can't beat the good old days with that kind of thing. And I know we've got like an audience that will be watching this in later, after it's been recorded. But if you fancy singing along with the chorus of this song, because the chorus rolls around many, many times, and because it's a bit of a folky afternoon, feel free to sing along. and you don't have to, but feel free to. And the chorus is, on Sunday will you come for a walk around Winter Hill? 10,000 came last Sunday, there's room for thousands still. On Sunday will you come for a walk round Winter Hill? 10,000 came last Sunday, there's room for thousands still. On Sunday will you come for a walk round Winter Hill? 10,000 came last Sunday, there's room for thousands still. On Sunday will you come for a walk round Winter Hill? 10,000 came last Sunday, there's room for thousands still. On Sunday will you come for a walk round Winter Hill? 10,000 came last Sunday, there's room for thousands still. Landman's locked the gate, says you'll have to wait. Your leisure's less important than a grass upon the plate. I'll let the toffs run free, shooting merrily. I says, the grouse has lived on that there moor long for you and me. Sunday will you come for a walk round Winter Hill? 10,000 came last Sunday, there's room for thousands still. On Sunday will you come for a walk round Winter Hill? 10,000 came last Sunday, there's room for thousands still. Can't you read the sign? It says all this land is mine. A right of way's a right of mine, I'll fight for what is right. Coppers come in force, crouched behind the gorse. The heather was a-blooming as we marched for a workers' cause. Sunday will you come for a walk round Winter Hill? 10,000 came last Sunday, there's room for thousands still. On Sunday will you come for a walk round Winter Hill? 10,000 came last Sunday, there's room for thousands still. Come spinners, miners, weavers, come all of you workers, tie your boots and yomp the moor and liberate the land. Common land privatised right before your eyes. Our birthright, it was poached by the devil's greedy claw. Sunday will you come for a walk round Winter Hill? 10,000 came last Sunday, there's room for thousands still. On Sunday will you come for a walk round Winter Hill? 10,000 came last Sunday, there's room for thousands still. On Sunday will you come for a walk round Winter Hill? 10,000 came last Sunday, there's room for thousands still. On Sunday will you come for a walk round Winter Hill? 10,000 came last Sunday, there's room for thousands still. On Sunday will you come for a walk round Winter Hill? 10,000 came last Sunday, there's room for thousands still. Thank you very much. You're in fine voice. I don't usually pressure an audience to sing before 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so you did quite well. Thank you. Yeah, it's an absolute pleasure to perform here at the Working Class Movement Library. I first came here a few years ago, and I think they were doing some renovations up above, and so I only got to see a few of the downstairs rooms, and it was an absolute pleasure to just come and check out the building and just see a lot of our kind of history here and stuff that I knew about and stuff that I didn't know about. And one of the things that kind of drew me to this place, and just Salford in general, it's got an amazing history of working class struggles and just everything like that, is the plaque up there of Ewan McCall. And Ewan McCall is probably doesn't need too much introduction, but a fantastic songwriter, collector, and if I can read what it says on there, I can't read it, but a lot of things, and for me a big influence musically and politically. And this is a song that he wrote, which is on the Radio Ballads, and which was a collection of I suppose, documentations of working class life on the radio. And this was a song that he wrote for the episode called The Travelling People. And these stories kind of just keep coming round again with the crime and justice bill that's been put through to kind of basically stop protest, and it's criminalising people who are ramblers, travellers. So these songs kind of just keep coming back once again, and this is a song called the Moving On Song, which he wrote about the travelling people and the hypocrisies that they encounter from people who are supposed to protect people like police, church, state. So this is the Moving On Song. Born in the middle of the afternoon in a horse-drawn wagon on the old A5. The big 12-wheeler shook me bed. You can't stay here, the policeman said. You better get born in someplace else. Move along, get along, move along, get along, go. Move. Shift. Born on a common by a building site where the ground is rutted neath a trailer's wheels. The local Christian said to me, "You'll lower the price of property. You better get born in someplace else. Move along, get along, move along, get along, go. Move. Shift. Born at the back of a hawthorn hedge where the frost lay white all over the ground. The wise men came so stern and strict and brought the orders to evict. You better get born in someplace else. Move along, get along, move along, get along, go. Move. Shift. Move along, get along, move along, get along, go. Move. Shift. The eastern sky was hung with stars, and one shone brighter than the rest. No eastern kings came bearing gifts, instead the orders came to shift. You better get born in someplace else. Move along, get along, move along, get along, go. Move. Shift. Wagon, tent or trailer, born last month, last year, on far off days. Born here on 1,000 miles away, there's always men nearby who say, you better get born in someplace else. Move along, get along, 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 go. Move. Shift. Thank you very much. So it's not a folk gig until you start detuning the guitar and start messing around a little bit. So I'm going to play one or two more songs now, and I know what I'm going to say is not available to the folks who will be listening on the catch-up kind of thing. But I've got some merchandise over in the other bit, CDs, vinyl, tote bags, and even tea towels. So feel free to get involved with that, especially the tea towels, because I've got so many tea towels back at home. It's a bit like a Whitby gift shop at the moment. So if you like the Winter Hill Trespass stuff, there's Winter Hill Trespass tea towels and vinyls as well. So so this song is a single that I released about a year and a half ago for the end of 2020 to raise money for food banks across Huddersfield, Liverpool, Birmingham, across London and Manchester, and the Help Musicians UK organisation, which has been an absolutely amazing kind of resource for artists, especially during this pandemic. And myself and quite a few other musicians collaborated on this, and we managed to raise nearly 1,500 quid for the food banks and Help Musicians UK. And this is a song, this is a 19th century English traditional song written during the Napoleonic Wars, but I decided to kind of take the song and kind of change the lyrics around to make it a little bit more fitting to today's times, make them a bit more kind of relevant, I suppose. So, also thank you for the coffee. Cheers. Right. This song's called The Hard Times of Old England. Come all of you workers who travel alone, pray will you tell me where your work has all gone? Long time travelling and I won't find none, and it's so the hard times of old England. In old England, very hard times. From pillar to post, we've been sold, we've been had for shareholders' profits. We should be glad. It's time to get even, it's time to get mad and sing the hard times of old England. In old England, very hard times. On the side of a bus, if it's to be believed, there's hundreds and thousands kept from you and me. It's stored on an island offshore and tax-free. Still we sing the hard times of old England. In old England, very hard time. The devil is vocal. He comes in disguise with a pint and a fag and a whole host of lies, selling sweet stories to capture your mind. Still we sing the hard times of old England. In old England, very hard times. The hedgerows me grandfather tended have gone, and with them the lapwing and the curlew's sad song. I know I'll be following them on before long, singing oh the hard times of old England. In old England, very hard times. So now to conclude and to finish this song, I'm hoping these are times they will not last long, and I may soon have occasion for to alter this song and sing the good times of old England. In old England, very good times, we'll sing the good times of old England. In old England, very good times, we'll sing the good times of old England. In old England, very good times, we'll sing the good times of old England. In old England, very good times. As I came through Sandgate, through Sandgate, through Sandgate, as I came through Sandgate, I heard a lassie sing. As I came through Sandgate, through Sandgate, through Sandgate, as I came through Sandgate, I heard a lassie sing. We'll mark the keel row, the keel row, the keel row. We'll mark the keel row, I heard my Geordie say. We'll mark the keel row, the keel row, the keel row. We'll mark the keel row, I heard my Geordie say. Thank you, cheers. Now I can do one more if possible. Have we got the time?
Yeah.
What time is it?
It's 10 to 3, yeah.
10 to 3? Yeah, okay. So usually a performer would walk off stage, but kind of when you sat down. But yeah, once again, it's been an absolute pleasure to perform here, and thank you very much to Belinda and everyone else for making us feel so welcome here. And thank you very much for turning up. It's really, really cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed it, so thank you very much. And thank you very much for watching as well, whoever will be watching. So, this tune is a poem by Frank Mansell, and he's a poet from the Cotswolds, and he wrote about this. This poem's called "The Cottages Reply," and he spoke about how I suppose his kind of area was being bought up by London types, people who had been living there for a long, long time, and now kind of being forced out, but also being priced out of their own kind of area. And this is from the 1950s. So this kind of idea of, I suppose, like a new form of gentrification was still, we think about it as a new thing, but it's been going on for quite a while. And this poem was adapted by Chris Wood, the musician, to make it fitting to today's times. So this is my version of the. This is what the folk tradition's about. This is my version of Chris Wood's adaptation of Frank Mansell's poem called "The Cottages Reply." So, yeah, once again, thank you very much for listening. Really appreciate it. 500,000 English pounds for this old house and a piece of ground. You and your wife have always planned to settle down in Cotswold land. You best come in and you best sit down. It's such a long drive from London town. Would you like some tea now while I tell the reasons I will not sell? This stone-built house that you call nice was gained at far too high a price for me to gaily sign away what others toiled for night and day. They hammered bluestone by this yard. They found the rent when times got hard. They lived and died beneath the sun, tending the fields you're gazing on. Well, they're all gone, but as for me, the wild hare still runs as free. And at dusk the badger travels still, ancestral highways on this hill. I am as Cotswold bred as these, and I still need these fields and trees. And I need the soil that bore my race, that holds their bones beneath this place. You said you'll pay 500 grand for this old house and a piece of ground. Well, London's about 4 hours for me, but in your 4x4 you'll do it in 3.